beauty boy, and today we are going to be playing with Salt New York. I feel like this is just so iconic in and of itself that I don't need to introduce it, but I'm going to. And this is the look that I created. So if you want to see how I did all this, keep watching. I'm so excited because this is going to be a unboxing and first impression try on of Salt New York. So I've got my package in the mail and I opened this so excited and I was like, wait, I have to do this on camera. So we're gonna jump into that. I've got on a very light base. I did a very neutral eyeshadow, a little bit of brow, and then I lined my lips with the NYX lip liner and nude suede shoes. This is my favorite foundation. It's the Charlotte Tilbury. And then I actually have the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize on because it's neutral. It's not warm, it's not cool. It does a little bit of everything. So I thought this would be a really good base to test these products out. So I ordered 4 of the shades and then like 4 of the cream products and then the palette as well. So we're gonna open the palette. And it comes in this little dust bag and dust jacket. And it is absolutely beautiful. So we're gonna open this, and this is the palette. It's really weighty. Absolutely stunning. So I really was interested to see how this felt in the hand. It's heavier than I thought it was going to be. I kind of, you know, when working with a smaller brand or trying out makeup from a smaller independent brand, I sometimes worry that the quality of the packaging can suffer. And that is nothing against smaller brands, but when you are, you know, making small batches, doing things by hand, packaging can become very costly. So I'm really understanding and I give small brands a lot of grace with that, but this absolutely does not disappoint. This is such a beautiful piece. And I'm really excited to use it. So I did pick up 4 of the cream shades, 2 blushes, a highlight, and then the contour shade. I figured the contour I can kind of skew as a bronzer versus like the bronzers I don't know if I can use as a contour. I don't know, it just seemed like it was more, it would give me a better palette to work with than to just get one of the bronzers. But one thing that I want to point out is that the shades come in these little paper packages, but the packaging on these is gorgeous. You can see they're kind of iridescent. Like they feel like a beautiful business card, or they just feel like really nice paper. So again, I'm blown away by the quality of the Salt New York packaging. So the first one that I got is the Bronze Cremè Tint Pro, and it's their new formula, their new contour formula. So that's what that one looks like. And again, I have not opened these. I'm putting everything in the palette with you guys. So I'm gonna assemble my palette and then we'll chat about it. In the paper packs, there's also a little cardboard with the Salt logo, the Salt name. So just to protect the cream products. So this is my palette. I have the contour shade, the highlight in the shade Pearl, the shade Spice, and the shade Rose. And if I'm correct, I believe this is the exact same palette that the notorious HLP Hannah Louise Poston created when she did her Salt New York video. And that happened completely by accident. I ordered this when they had their sale for Memorial Day, and I don't know exactly when Hannah's video went up, but when I watched her video, I didn't even have this in the mail yet, I don't think. And we ordered the same colors. So I think that's kind of fun. But again, I've got my base on, so I'm gonna go in with the contour shade. You know what? I'm going to swatch these on my hand just so I can get a feel for them, and then I can show you true swatches of them. They feel really light and soft and almost like kind of slippy. Like they don't feel like a super thick, dense cream. They feel very much like a tint or a glaze, but the colorways are really powerful. Like that is the contour. And you can see it's got a little bit of shimmer, maybe not shimmer, it's got gloss to it. It's got a sheen. This is the highlight in the shade Pearl. And that is stunning. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. I cannot wait to get these on my face. If this is the contour and the highlight, what are the blushes gonna look like? Ooh. That's the shade Spice. And that's the shade Rose. So very much a color palette that I'm comfortable with. I wanted to showcase all of the like range of products. So I got one of the richer shades and then one of the later ones. And that highlight is blinding. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna get applying these. I have a bunch of my brushes in front of me, but I'm gonna try a finger application first because that's what feels most natural with a cream. So I'm gonna go in with the contour, and the mirror on this is gorgeous. I'm like exposing my whole setup, but the mirror is nice and sizely. You can really like see yourself in it, which is important, I think, for a palette. So I'm gonna take the contour product, the contour cream, and I'm gonna put that on the hollows of my cheeks. I've seen enough people work with this that I like, I feel like I know kind of what it's gonna do, but again, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. stippling brush and I'm gonna start kind of working that out. So this is a super duper duper light application. I'm actually gonna dip my brush in and start to kind of build that, because no one has ever accused me of being shy with bronzer. But this is really nice and light. It's the perfect colorway, I think. Like it's really universal. It's not super warm. It's not warm at all, actually. I can kind of sculpt my cheeks out, but still, you know, look natural. So this is just the contour shade, and it's beautiful. It's really, really stunning. I'm gonna try, this lighting is not really doing it justice. There we go, that's a little better. You can really see it just kind of sculpted out my cheeks a little, and this looks like skin. It's very natural, very easy, very soft. So I think what I'm gonna do next is a little bit of blush work before I get that highlighter going, because I am gonna put both of the blushes on. Again, no one's ever accused me of being shy with a blush. What feels natural to me is to take the lighter shade Rose, and I'm gonna do sort of like a, I'm gonna do like some really good like cheek work in through here with Rose, because it's super light, so I wanna keep it, you know, very soft. And I'm using my finger. Ooh. You know, it took a little bit to kick up in the swatch, but just applying it, I think this is really pretty. And I love a pinky blush, personally. This is one that I could see really like bringing across my nose and on my forehead and incorporating like even into like a lip, which they say you can do, so I am gonna do that as well with you. These sort of like pinky, they're pink, but there's a slight tinge of brown in there. That's the color that I naturally flush. So I love this. I think it's very easy. This is a look that I would feel comfortable, you know, every single day just running around. And this is just the contour and the tint in the shade Rose. I'm gonna go in with the highlight in the shade Pearl, and this I think is really gonna kick everything up. I'm gonna take my finger and ooh, this applies like an absolute dream. It looks very wet and dewy, and there's no detectable glitter, just a ton of shine. I don't even want to say shimmer. I always feel like when you do that nose, it changes the whole world. And you guys know I love my above the brow highlight. That's the highlight, and so far the highlight is really impressing me. This is just so natural and easy, and I love it. I'm gonna go in with the shade Spice to really kind of amp up the cheek, and then we'll chat all about Salt New York. I love this. It's a nice like bricky tone. Not brick's not the right word, but it's a like deep orange red. And when I use colors like this, I like to put them lower and more kind of central and really just like blend up and in. I find I get a great result. So I'm actually gonna use a brush for that. And I kind of like to start from the outside and work in. I find if I do that, it stops it from getting too wild. Like it doesn't spread as far and as pigmented from the center. And then I just kind of take that W shape down my nose. And then I go across my forehead. So that is with the shade Spice blended out. And I really think I can, you know, I mean, using both blushes is a lot, but I just wanted to kind of showcase you and to showcase them and show you what their capabilities really are. And this is the final result. And I love it. I love these shades. I love this palette. I'm really excited to incorporate them into my everyday bags and my everyday looks. The formulas are absolutely stunning and very soft and slippy. I was kind of expecting them to be like almost like a thick, almost like an oil paint or something like that. And they were just really soft, really easy to apply. I could have used my fingers for this entire look, and I most likely will in the future. But I'm really happy to have them. You know what? I'm actually gonna apply the shade Rose on my lip. It feels very slippy on the lip. Almost like a lip pigment, like in a pot. Does that make sense? Like it feels like once it like melts into your body temperature that it becomes like a liquid. Just on the lip though, I found on the cheeks it really didn't have that like slip to it. But I love that. I love that shade. I think Rose is probably the most like natural color for me. And it's, oh gosh, it's just so beautiful. Again, can we just look at those? Stunning. So I'm really excited to try these. I have chatted a little bit with the owner, Kiki, on Instagram, and she's so impeccable, so friendly. I shared their Memorial Day sale, and she like liked it and or commented on it or something, and we got to chatting, and I just said like, thank you so much, because I'm still a small creator, and a lot of brands don't take the time to engage with smaller creators, and it just meant the world to me, especially because I've seen so many of my friends speak very highly of her, but they have larger channels and larger followings than me. So it just felt really cool that she took the time to talk to somebody who, you know, doesn't have too big of a pull, and showed a little love, and that just means a lot. So Salt New York gets a big star from Buffalo Beauty Boy. I'm really excited to incorporate these shades into my looks. I'm really excited to pick up more. They just launched like true like artist blending colors, like a black, a white, I think a blue, and I think a yellow, which I'm curious about that yellow, because if you know me, you know I love that yellow customization for like nude lips and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for that. But all in all, the entire experience with Salt New York has just been so high-end and so luxe for the price point. They shipped very quickly. I felt like they were here within, I think, like 4 or 5 days, which is amazing, especially for a smaller company. The paper, for just the paper that the pigments come in, feels so high-end. The logo is absolutely stunning, and I can't get over that iridescent embossing. Like, I just thought they were gray, but they're not. They're metallic. The palette feels very weighty. Like, it feels really nice in the hand. It feels like a beautiful piece of makeup, and the pigments are just an absolute dream. So yeah, this is a first impression, so I can't really I can't give you like, oh, the longevity of it, but I'll definitely be bringing these back. You'll see some Salt New York content in the future. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. And I hope that wherever you are, whatever you're going through, that you're showing yourself love, being kind to yourself, and I hope that you remember that you're absolutely made of gold. So until next time.